It just makes things a whole lot easier than whooping your hand 21 times. There's so much residue in it. Pull away from your face to get the cap off. Otherwise, you're going to have to see Doc, an ophthalmologist, because you be done put your eye out. So don't do that.
But about empties. No, I've already done the August empties videos. I'm talking about sharing with you all how to prepare and clean them for recycling. I got to thinking while I was going over that video, and I said I'm just going to go ahead and give this to you all. So today I want to help you all get your empties collection in proper.
So the first thing about empties is just that you have to have a body care product of some sort to use. I'm utilizing here previous empties that I have reviews for, both of these, the Dove Anti-Stress and the Soft Soap Blackberry Sugar Scrub. First step is, as you're beginning to use down the amount of your body wash, I'm going to use this one as a perfect example. It's good to have a shower caddy, and I'm looking at it really briefly. It's good to have a shower caddy so that way you could put your body care products in and begin to store it downward based on the shape of the bottle. What that's going to do for you as you continue to use your body care products, that product is going to naturally seep down into the nozzle that will allow you to squeeze out the rest of it. That's going to help maximize your usage until you can't get anything else out of the bottle despite storing it upside down. I revealed that a couple months ago that, the shower caddy, I always like to store it in there upside down. It just makes things a whole lot easier than whooping your hand 21 times like you doing 21 rounds at Mike Tyson. Like, your hands is going to hurt. Just store it upside down as you use it until the last of it, until you can get no more out of it. What you need to do, that I do, is when you're at a point like this and there's so much residue, this is perfect for that. There's so much residue in it until those are the scrub particles. You can't get it out. Then it's time to do a thorough rinse. Now I'm going to demonstrate to you all how I like to do mine. I don't normally do them in the sink. I do mine in the shower, the same place where I use the very product in the first place. Open the bottle. Take the cap off is what I like to do, if it's removable. So I'm going to start here. Hot water always moves the product out a bit faster. And I make sure to kind of leave the curtain hanging over just a bit. That way the shower water isn't flowing everywhere and splattering everywhere all across the bathroom. Now if you have a bathtub, it's a bit easier for you because then you could sit at the foot of the bathtub. Then you would reach down to fill up the bottle in order to rinse it. Still hot water if you're using a bathtub. So we're going to put it directly underneath the stream. You can adjust the temperature in case it's too hot, which is what I just did. So it's a bit lukewarm. Get it about to this level. Start shaking it, moving the product around. Pour it out directly into the drain and repeat. One of those bottle brushes where you reach down into bottles and cups that you eat and drink with. You can buy one specifically for these body wash bottles and see if that'll work for you to thoroughly get the product out of here. But if you don't have that tool, not to worry, you could still get the product out as much as possible without using that tool. And you'll start to see a whole lot of suds within it and everything, which is normal, it's fine. And I'm sticking my finger in it too to move the product around. You can do that as well. Whatever's not moving itself that you can reach, as far as the leftover residue of the body wash. Then you come back, put the cap on. Shake it, take it off, dump it out. This one's a bit challenging to get off. And so if you're going to be doing this with the soft soap and Dove containers, pull away from your face to get the cap off. Otherwise, you're going to have to see Doc, an ophthalmologist, because you be done put your eye out. So don't do that. I'm trying to help you. And the fact that you see suds in it, which means there's still a good amount of product in it. Point where you're filling up the bottle and you're seeing less suds and more water. Means you're almost done. As close as we're going to get. There's barely any particles in here left. All you're seeing now is water drops on everything. What we're going to do is store this here on the shower caddy the same way as when you rinse it out, after you get as much product out of it as you can as when you rinse it out. There's a reason why I separate the cap from the rest of the bottle, even though I use it to clean the big part. You want to also rinse the cap to the bottle of the body wash, and this is true for any other body care product you have. Rinse it separate from the bottle, just because there's still going to be an amount of residue of the product left there. That purple substance is the rest of that blackberry sugar scrub. So we got to rinse this separately, because if you're rinsing it with the cap on, you're not going to catch it all. You're not going to catch what's specifically in the nooks, crannies, and crevices of the cap. You rinse the inside first, and if there's anything, any dried up residue of the product on the outside of the cap and the nozzle, then turn it over and do that. Nice and clean. We store this side down in your shower caddy. So what we're essentially doing with storing the bottle the exact same way we did, cap off, after we rinse it, is just making sure all the extra water drops, all the extra residue that we can't see, the small particles, are dripping down and draining down into your shower drain or bathtub drain if you're working with the bathtub. Give it about a day or so, and then you proceed to the storing process for recycling, which we're going to discuss next. So when it comes to storing your empties after you have rinsed it out thoroughly, you've stored it upside down in your shower caddy in order to make sure full drainage, there's no product. It's okay if it still smells like the product with none in there. This still does. There's a review on my channel. I couldn't help it. There you go. And you do that separately, bottle from cap. And we're talking about no matter what type of product, even if it's not body wash. Return the cap to the bottle, put it back on. One thing I've been doing since I've started doing empties last year is use leftover gift bags. That's really great. In fact, the bigger, the better. Especially if you know you clear out quite a bit of product each and every month. Bigger, the better. And make sure it's a pretty sturdy bag. So that way, each time that you're heading out to your local community or wherever you recycle, or you simply have a recycle bin that your local trash men come pick up. You can have this for a while. You can also utilize leftover Amazon boxes, leftover cardboard boxes, gift boxes, and just make sure those are thoroughly cleaned out, trash and stuff. And what you want to do for, I'm going to give you 2 sets of instructions. To use a big gift bag like this, after you've done the prep work, put it in face down. Never set it up. Reason why you want to do that is you will be able to get more empty bottles into the bag. So I'm just stacking these in here. Lay them down. Review on the channel. Can't help it. Lay them down. And you're going to get more in it. Now this one, you can always tell when you haven't thoroughly washed something, rinsed something out. Because you'll feel it. That's the reason for storing it upside down, separate from the cap and everything. Sometimes after that, there's still a bit of product in this. So we got to set this to the side and continue storing the rest. Even these. The set of instructions, if instead you want to store your empties in a box, still lay them down, but position them at every corner of the box. So if it's rectangle, set one here, here, until it shapes a rectangle and fill it up that way. Or if you don't care, left to right, along the whole length or width of the box. Length, width. And depending on how deep the box is, it should be a really sturdy box. I would recommend, if you're going the box route, buy an ottoman for that purpose only. Or one of those clear Sterilite totes. I'll put a picture on the screen so you guys know what I'm talking about. Clear Sterilite totes that's solely for your empties. Clear, see-through, has a lid. That's going to be perfect for you if you prefer to go the box container, Sterilite storage container route over the empty gift bag route. Now, when it comes to recycling, you're recycling at your local community, or if you have a recycle bin in your neighborhood that they've given you to utilize, then you go that route about recycling. It's just so much better to know how to prepare your empties, and then it also teaches you how much you may be wasting when previously you may not have been emptying out product and rinsing it. You've just been emptying out, and I'm not worried about rinsing it out. That's still, you know, couple pennies to a dime size amount, you know, worth of product you need to get out that bottle. You do. Ladies and gentlemen, that is hygiene empties on how to prepare and clean for recycling. I love each and every one of you, and I will see you all next time, and rinse out the rest of this deep moisture from Dove.